Hi, everyone. Play here with this light again. Yeah, it is what it is, folks. So we're just going to go with it. I'll have to figure out lighting another time. Yeah, so at least we can see my face. That's good. So welcome. Welcome to this full moon card reading. And this is the full moon in Gemini. And we're also in Sagittarius season 2. We've got lots of energies going on. We always do, right? But there's a lot of different planets going on that are making this full moon even more intense this week. The Eastern Seaboard, it was around 4. Let's see, I think that was 4 in the morning it might have happened. But yeah, so the full moon happened yesterday, but it was so beautiful. I saw it this morning when I woke up, and I was able to actually put my crystals out in it for a little bit. And yesterday morning on my way home from my travels for this long weekend, I got to see the moon set when I was leaving my destination or leaving where I was visiting. And it's so beautiful. I love seeing a moon set in the morning. With these energies right now, and again, I always put up from Karpacha, the New Paradigm Astrology people. They do such a wonderful job at giving you what's going on right now. And I did share it on my Facebook page. So give it a read if you are intrigued or would like to know more about what is going to be going on this week, so that you can kind of manage whatever's being thrown your way in a more balanced way. Now, I'm not, of course, going to go through the whole thing, but there is opportunities for lots of anger to come up this week. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to go ahead and anticipate it or expect it, but just be aware. And if you are very reactionary, which I feel a lot of us are, it has been kind of ingrained in us to react to fear, to react to when things don't go our way, to get very dramatic about it. Now, I am working on that myself personally, and it is a difficult challenge, but I'm up for the task. I'm ready to learn how to handle my anger. And I know some of you might be saying, what? You're always so happy. And then, no, I'm human too. I get angry, and I'm an Aries. Got that fire sign going on there, and it's a pretty strong sign for me. So, anger is not good for us. And the more I'm learning in my Qigong studies, anger affects the liver. And the liver does a lot for us. So the more that you are kind to your liver, the more that you actually pay attention to it. You can put your hands on it and just say, thank you, liver, I love you. That really does help. But anger can affect the liver, and then it'll rise up in the body. And that's why we can get red-faced, and it's just not a good thing. So if we can bring it back down and just remember the virtues of the liver, which are kindness and generosity, can be very helpful for when we get in those moments of anger, because we all are going to be going through those. That's just part of life, I feel. But we can learn how to manage it in a more constructive way and to not let it lash out or bleed on everyone else, or start to come out or take it out on someone else, which we all have done that, I know. So back to this full moon card reading. Now, I'm going to use Diana Cooper's Archangel Animal deck. I'm really being drawn to what the animals have to say today for this full moon. It's going to be a 4-card pull. And again, this is a time too of forgiving and releasing. And you guys know, I always mention Yasmin Boland's Moonology Diary. I love this book. It has a calendar in it, and it has all kinds of things about astrology and the moon. And it's really good if you're interested in learning about astrology, maybe not getting so deep into it, but she really does put it in really good layman's terms and assist us in kind of maneuvering the moon phases each week. And the more that we're aware, the better we can handle these things, right? But what she does, or what she talks about in the full moon, or the full moon exercises, is forgiving and releasing. And she did an explanation this time as to why she chooses to forgive and release things at the full moon. And that is because the energies are at their highest. We are feeling everything. When that moon is full, the feelings are there. The feelings are at the surface. So this is a good time to take inventory and see where we still need to forgive and release. And my main one I've been working on forgiving and releasing for a while is control. Controlling others, controlling my loved ones. That's a big one. It's a big one for all of us, but that's one I'm really looking at and looking into. And she talks about anger, what still makes you angry from the past, writing it out, and then how can you understand why you're angry about it? And then can you really release it? It's a wonderful exercise. I did a little journaling before, so I'm going to start continue to work on myself. All right, so let's get into this full moon card spread. Yes, card reading. It's a 4-card spread. And I hope everyone that lives over in the States had a good holiday weekend. I had such a wonderful time. Hi, my sweet, sweet sister. Can't believe it's already been a week, right? You were here last week, right? So it was wonderful. I had a wonderful time with my love. And it was just the two of us. And we got to get some beach time in and just some connection time in. And we also got to get a little work time in too, working on some of our personal purposes in life. Okay. So now if you would like to, you can join with me in closing your eyes, bringing us back together here into this space, this safe container where all of our angels and guides have gathered to assist me and assist us in what the energies are right now with this full moon. And take some deep breaths and let it fill up your abdomen. Thank you, angels, spirit guides, for revealing to me and to us what we need to know at this time of the full moon. So let's go ahead. 3 and 4. Okay, good deal. Here we go. And it is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and these are all reversed. Now I might have right-sided up my deck. No, I didn't. Okay, so these are all just very powerful messages. What isn't, right, folks? Okay. But I do love what is being brought in here, and I'm really seeing how it's being cultivated now. So the first card is a theme that needs to be illuminated to manifest our highest good. What is the theme? And I am going to have to turn it well, I can see it. Okay. So the theme right now is to be patient and focused. It's the beautiful kingfisher. And I love that the kingfisher keeps coming up. It is a beautiful bird that I have recently discovered when I'm out at Lake Ackworth, where I go for my walks a lot. And I've gotten to witness these beautiful birds and hear their call. But it's being patient and focused. And I know this card like the back of my hand, and that the kingfisher will wait and focus on an area of water that they know where the fish are. And they patiently wait. And then when they see that opportunity, they get it. There's no thinking, there's no, they're focused and they're getting it, they're doing it. So that is the theme that needs to be illuminated. We need to continue to stay focused on ourselves, on what we want to accomplish in our life as our soul's journey, not what everyone else wants us to do, not what society's telling us to do. I say this many, many times. And these are all things that we are still working through. It is not a one and done, people. We continue to work through the layers of trusting ourselves, being focused, and knowing what we want. Second card. What do I need to release to move forward? What do I need to release? And it is the bear. Using your power with wisdom. I love this card too. These are such beautiful cards because I know this little golden orb thing that's in the center of the bear that kind of, you can see actually light coming down through him too. So we may actually read up on the bear, but this is a time for us to use our power with wisdom, not to be overpowering. You know what I mean? Not to be overpowering. Hello, my beautiful radiant mother. I love you. So this is, what do I need to release to move forward? To not be overpowering to ourselves and to others. We are coming into, in the Northern Hemisphere, the winter season. We're getting closer to, it's shorter days, longer nights, and it's a time for us to go within even further, even more, and to have grace and ease. Now, I know a lot of people get hyped up and amped up during the holidays, and it's really backwards of how we need to be at this season. We don't need to be running around and trying to please and do everything for everyone. We need to use our wisdom and our power with wisdom. Utilize our power with wisdom. The third card, what lesson am I learning so I can move through it to manifest my highest good? And it is the very powerful rhinoceros. Be strong and courageous. Be strong and courageous. So that's what we need to move through too. In doubting ourselves. I did my my weekly card pull today, and doubt came in. And that's such a good one to remember, that the more that we have self-doubt, the more issues are going to come up. It's so hard to trust ourselves because of all the distractions and the outside influences, but we can stand in our power and be courageous and be strong like the rhinoceros. So stand your ground. Be in the center of that storm, just grounded and centered. And if you have to come back every other minute to stop and ground yourself and say, I'm centered, then do it. One of my friends does this wonderful thing. Anytime that she walks, before she walks into a space, before she walks into a scenario, she takes a minute and she stands there and puts herself in the present moment. She takes a pause and then she continues on to where she's going. Wonderful, wonderful idea. Last card. Let's see, I can barely read my handwriting anymore. What opportunities next await me? What opportunities next await me? And this is a good one too. And it's the ant. So it's cooperate for the highest good of humanity. Is that what that says? Yes. Cooperate for the highest good of the community. Humanity, community, same thing. So, what awaits me? Us working together as a community, us coming together as a humanity. We need to continue at this full moon until we get to where that moon starts to wane again. Stay calm and centered and focused like the kingfisher. Be powerful in your wisdom, but don't be pushy. When you feel anger come up, when you feel a disagreement come up, think of a different way. Shift your perspective on how can you have this conversation, not ending the conversation, but how can we be amicable more and talk about things that we maybe disagree about. I just had someone message me about something I posted in my stories. And I said, "Hey, I don't agree with that. It's my personal choice. If you agree with it, great. I still like you. We're still friends, right?" So staying focused, staying patient like that kingfisher, utilizing our wisdom and power, being courageous. What is it? Yes, being strong and courageous, and then cooperating for the highest good. How can we continue to work and be loving and compassionate as a community, whatever that looks like? Now, I have a little time here. Yes. So the bottom of the deck. So this is the overall feel of this new moon, and I'm really liking it. It's the llama. Set clear boundaries and enforce them. So all these things that we're talking about, staying focused, using our wisdom and our power, being courageous and strong, and co-creating. And we do that by having clear boundaries and speaking our truth and speaking up, asking. And when we ask, we receive. These are things that keep coming up for me. And the more that I ask the questions, whether it's going to happen or not, it's me asking. So setting boundaries, as we know, is important to keep us feeling safe and grounded. I hope that this card reading has brought you a little bit of, hopefully, some comfort, and to be easy this week. When anger comes up, take a step back, take a pause, put your hand on your liver, like sandwich your hand on the front and back. It's underneath your floating ribs on the right side of your body. And just tune in and say, "Thank you, liver. I no longer want to be angry or hold this anger inside." So I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the week. I'm going to go put on some more warm clothes. It's getting chilly here, but that doesn't mean that my heart is cold. Absolutely not. It's always warm. So I hope you have a wonderful rest of the week. Thanks again for joining me for this beautiful full moon card reading. And as always, I'm sending you peace, love, and soul. Thanks so much.